What's going on, everyone? It's your Rifle here, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to glitch in a DLC area from the House of Wolves DLC. And there will be two areas that we can access from this DLC in this one glitch. The two areas are titled Dusk Wearing. That's my fire alarm. Alright, I'm back. So Dusk Wearing and TRAITO'S KETCH. This glitch may take a long time for the first time trying it, but I'm gonna tell you what, when you get back here, it is well worth it. These features I am about to show you in this video is what you will see if you can make it past this whole glitch. The reason why I say whole glitch is because there's a lot of steps. Stick around and find out early what this area looks like. It's absolutely incredible. Alright, so let's get this glitch on the road. First thing you want to do is head to the moon and start the mission, The World's Grave. This is an easier way to show you which way to go. We're going to be making our way down into the world's grave. This mission will lead you to the world's grave. Once you finally get down into the world's grave, you will notice that you'll enter a room that looks like this. And if you are a Titan or a Warlock, you may have it slightly easier to get up on this beam up here that's holding up these banners. So an easier way to do this so you don't have to jump as high is just jump up on this and then jump over to this ledge and then jump up to the banners. So once you get up here, this is when the next step's going to come into play. You want to jump down into this crevice area, and you should land down here on this platform. Be careful not to jump off the map. And then jump over to these stairs, and right here where this wall's at, you're going to want to run and slide. Or just try to crouch past it. That's what I have found that worked the best to get in between this little wall area right here. Alright, so from the wall area, you just want to keep heading down the path and jump onto this dome building. This glitch may seem a little complicated, but it's not. It's very simple. Just the first time you're doing it, it gets a little bit confusing. But yeah, once you get it past the building, you just want to keep heading down the path. Then you want to make it up these little ledges right here that you have to jump up on. Be careful when you're trying to attempt to jump to these, because there are invisible walls, and that can lead to you falling to your death. And from here, you're going to have a little gap that you're going to have to jump over. Once you get to the other side, you will notice that you are by a mountainside, and you're going to want to climb this mountainside. You don't have to climb all the way up it, but you want to jump to one of the rocks on the mountainside, and then you want to try to do this tricky blind jump where you don't know where you're jumping, but you want to jump on the other side of this mountainside. And you will notice that there is this ledge that you can land on. And on that ledge, your next step is to jump onto this dome building. Once again, guys, if this is looking and seeming like holy crap, I would never be able to do this glitch, it is not that complicated. There's just a lot of steps, but once you do it once, you can do it twice. It's that kind of thing. Be careful not to fall off the ledge. And if you do fall off the ledge, it's good to have allies while doing this glitch, because they are able to revive you. But sometimes when they revive you, you will spawn out of this glitch, or you'll keep spawning to your death. So be careful on your deaths. Try not to die that much back here while doing this glitch. Anyways, from this dome-shaped building, things are about to get a little bit more advanced, so get prepared for that. You want to jump into what seems like nothing and try to land on this ledge right here. Make your way up these steps. We're going to be heading up to another dome-shaped building. You will notice these rocks that you can get on to the right here. When you get on top of the rocks, jump up to the dome-shaped building. And then from here, the next step is pretty tricky. I like to call this the rocky area. You're about to see why. Clever name, I know, right? The rocky area. First off, you want to take this handicap area for hunters, and you want to try to make your way on top of the rocks, right above the dome-shaped building. Go up top of there. And then up here, this is the rocky area. There's a whole bunch of rocks cluttered up here, and you're on top of the map basically right now. So your objective when you get up to this rocky area right here is to make it to the very back. Once you get to the very back, it'll look like you have a large gap to jump, but really you don't. You can walk on this area. It's quite nice. So, don't freak out when you're like, oh, where do I go from here? And then from here, you're going to have to find this pillar that you can jump on. This pillar is how you get to the next area. You're going to want to jump in between this pillar right here on the other side. That's what makes this so difficult. And if you jump and miss this huge jump that you have to do, well, guess what? You have to restart the whole glitch. So make sure you do this part correctly. Because once you jump down there, it's a pain in the ass. Like, I've tried finding a way to get back up and I could not find a way. So my best bet to tell you is to not go down there. Do not just try to jump simply down to the ledge, because there will be an invisible wall you will hit and you will fall down to the pit. What you want to do is jump in between this pillar right here. Don't try to just jump simply down to the area, because that is not going to work out. You're going to want to jump in between this pillar. Once you've made it to the other side, from here you are getting extremely close. This is the big checkpoint right here. You passed one of the hardest parts, and now you're ready for the next step. Which the next step is walking through a wall. Once you walk through this wall, you will see some rocks. Use them as your guidance. Jump to those rocks. They are bigger boulders. You may not see them at first when you first walk through the wall. Just keep heading straight once you walk through the wall. There's a couple of them that you want to jump on top of, and they trail you to the next step. This glitch feels like a whole level itself with all these different obstacles we got to go through. And at the very end of that trail of rocks, you will notice at the far end, there's what seems like to be a room. Jump down to this place, and this is where it's going to get a little confusing. You're going to want to try to make your way up to this platform. Up on this platform is the final step. You're walking on an invisible wall or ceiling, however you want to put it, and you just want to make your way around this dome-shaped building. So keep running around this dome. Until you hit these two pillars right here. This is your marking where you want to run straight at. Down there is actually the door to the DLC House of Wolves. And that's what we're going to be going into. This is the absolute final step. You just want to jump up to the top of this and run all the way back here to what seems like to be a wall. But you want to jump over this wall and jump down to this dirt pile right here. And then make your way over to this second dirt pile. And then from here, walk up these steps and look down and jump down. Don't just run off and jump off. Walk up the steps and actually look down and just go straight down. You should spawn up in the House of Wolves DLC. And look how badass this place looks. I'm going to go ahead and show you the beginning. What I mean by that is the place that I think we will first enter through. I think we will start somewhere down here, because down here it says Temple of CROTA. So I think we're going to start this mission on the moon, and we're going to have to come to this area. But anyways, I'm going to start you guys from down here. And I'm going to make my way all the way through these areas and try to show off the best aesthetics in each room. But once you get to the top of these stairs from the Temple of CROTA, you will notice you enter the Dusk Warren, which this is the House of Wolves DLC area. This place looks incredible, and I have a feeling there is going to be a huge fight that happens here. I'm thinking maybe a mini boss fight that's going to happen here. The reason why I think that is because this is such a compact area right next to this teleporter. And this teleporter is what takes you to the next part of the mission. Not to mention, I think this is actually a fallen base area, because if you notice, look at the symbol that are on these crates. That is part of Fallen. And it's starting to make a little bit more sense. I think this is telling a backstory of how the Fallen got to the moon, or how even the Fallen ended up getting to the moon. Now let's see what happens when we get on this teleporter. Look how awesome this teleporter looks. But watch what happens. They just, boom, gone. Out of nowhere. Sends them up in the air. Where this teleporter takes us is it takes us to a giant ship. And inside this giant ship, you enter a place called TRAITOR'S KETCH. Looking down on the moon. I mean, look at this view right here. I tried to go to this area on the moon and look up to see if there was a ship up in the air, and I didn't see a ship at all. So maybe this will be something they'll add into the DLC. Maybe there will be a ship up there once the DLC hits. I don't think this is exactly the ship that we are looking down from. I think the ship resembles more toward a public event ship. Those public event ships that come, and the size of those. I think we're in something like that. But that's just a guess. But look at this view up in this ship. This ship is badass. I know for a fact we are in some kind of spacecraft just because of the view, period. We're up in the air. We're way up in the air. So the teleporter teleports you into a fallen ship. That's just a guess though. I'm not 100% sure it is a fallen ship, but it's just a guess. It's kind of cool to think about that the Fallen has planned this little sneak attack on the Hive. Check out this door feature too in the DLC area. They got these doors that open so awesome. It's so awesome. Anyways, in this next room, it's hard to describe what this room might be. It looks like something to do with the engine of the ship. I'm not 100% sure on what this is in the room though. It's a pretty detailed room. Not to mention pretty much all of this is detailed. It's highly detailed in this area. So I definitely advise you guys to go check this place out. This is giving you guys a sneak peek at the upcoming DLC. I'm not 100% sure on the release date right now, but it is a DLC that will be coming to us. In this next room, the coolest feature in my opinion is this giant oracle. Just shining its blue light around everywhere, all lonely up here. Makes me kind of sad. There's also these awesome screens in this room as well. But other than that, there's not much to the room. It looks like there's a lot of cover in here, so there might be a decent battle that goes down in this room. Okay, so now once we leave this room, I like to call that the Oracle room, you will notice up next is a giant nuclear room. There's a giant nuke in this room. Not to mention, I figured out a way to get in the nuke, so the nuke is accessible. There's a lot of accessible rooms when you are doing this glitch. Who knows, this little spot I'm showing you right now may come in handy when you're actually doing this level. Because not only can you get in this nuke, there is also another area outside of the nuke where you can jump up on. This could be a nice area to hide out at when shooting at enemies. It's just a guess though. Also while up here you can walk across this beam and make it to the other one, and try to jump to the next ones. Not to mention there's this other little spot, like for instance there is one right up here on this balcony as well, but it leads to nowhere. It looks like enemies might spawn back there. Whatever the enemies may be, my best guess is Fallen, but you just never know. This is my second favorite room that you can get to out of this whole glitch.
Let me come in your home. Oh. Alright. Is this the office?
I have to say, my favorite room back here while doing this glitch is what looks like will be the boss fight. Alright, so the next room that you can get to from this nuke room is you get to go through this door. Through this door, you get to go through this tunnel. And if you look out this window anywhere down in this hall, you will notice looking out the window, it looks like it will be the final fight. Yes, you can enter that room that you just looked out at. This room looks incredible. It looks like there are two fallen walkers there that you fight. And above them, it looks like that's how they get deployed down to you. I'm not sure if you're going to be fighting two at once or one at a time, or I'm not sure if there is going to be a boss with these two fallen walkers. I'm not sure what's going to go down in this room, but this looks like a boss fighting room. First glimpse I had at this room, I immediately thought boss fight. Boss fight's going to happen here. Yep, this is definitely a boss fight. But that's about wrapping up this glitch in full detail. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and hopefully this video helps you out in some sort of way. What do you guys think about the new DLC coming out? What do you think the whole development team needs to work on? Just throw your whole opinions out. Or do they need to work on anything? Are they doing just fine? I've actually heard that they are going to be continuing Destiny for another 10 years. So maybe this is a great start at what they're trying to accomplish. But then again, maybe it's not. But I'm out of here. Please remember to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. It helps me out a lot, and I appreciate it a lot, and it lets me know that you are liking the content I am putting out to you guys. And also, if you haven't, please subscribe for more Destiny content like this. I'm out of here though. Thanks everyone for watching, and most importantly, thank you all for your time. Peace. And in this video, I'm going to be covering the new upcoming DLC called The Dark Below. This will have a new raid for us, new missions, new PvP